Oh. No.
Dude, he's comboing a lot better than you.
No. No, this is not. No. Ow. Dodge him.
And Clegg has died yet again. The streak remains. Adam Clegg cannot survive a single stream. It just won't happen. It just won't happen. Take off shirts for fights. Are you done? You actually took the headphones off? You want me to drive for a little while? You want me to drive? And what's with this loop back, by the way? Why do we keep hearing ourselves through other people? Yeah, you gotta stick and move, man.
Hey, at least I got my shirt back. And I have full stamina. So, ha!
Yep,
Joke's on you, Tom.
Actually, no, that kind of played into your favor.
Meant to do that the whole time. Where am I? Radio tower. Alright, I'm getting my bearings. Go this way.
You have this unfair advantage during playtest. You know your way around so much better. I should just, like, open up all of our level.
You gotta look at your landmarks. You gotta look at what side of the road the poles are on. You gotta look at, like, the dirt, if it's dirt or if it's concrete or if it's, like, asphalt. You gotta figure it out, man.
Hunt this guy. Now they want you to hunt down our technical director.
To get him. Don't think it's gonna happen if there's only, like, 2 of us on the whole server.
So let's is there any way, you know, without cheating, how can we rush our way to get a bunch of arrows and a bow? This is really what the stream was about, and more people are joining, and they haven't really seen the bow yet.
Well, let's just show the bow off again.
All right.
I'll salvage my shirt again. I'm not afraid.
I hate salvaging my shirt.
I'm not afraid. It totally didn't screw me over.
Oh, by the way, the first day that we got the bow in, like for reals in the playtest, I'm running around. I just got my bow and arrow made. I found a backpack. I was doing pretty solid, and I was walking through this little like truck stop area, trying to figure out exactly where I am, and I see a flashlight inside. And I'm like, oh god, there's someone in there. So I go around the back door because he's running towards the back, and I walk up there and I crouch and I draw my bow. Okay, and here comes Adam. It actually ended up being Clegg. Clegg comes walking out the door and then instantly backtracks back in. I'm like, okay, well, he's not going to come out. So I turn around. He sprinted up behind me and axe murdered me. I think that was the first time Clegg has killed me in a playtest. That's his move.
Yeah.
Is he acts like a huge pansy.
I'm out of stamina, dude.
We need to up stamina like crazy.
That needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
I like looking at the rain though. It's cool. All right, so I'm just gonna salvage my shirt because I don't want to run around looking for a scarf.
Once again, guys, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that jumping animation. Oh, that's slow." We are once again, guys, in pre-alpha right now. It's not a full-on representation of what you guys will be seeing. The zombie to your left.
It's not terrible.
Oh, there also is some more functionality that we just got in. So go to third person real quick. Well, actually, after you kill this guy.
Okay.
Or whatever you want to do. You know. You got a combo, bro. In the face.
That's right.
All right. So right now, if you hit, it's gonna look weird. There's a transition behind it because we haven't set up the proper points for the camera to rotate around. But we just got the first iteration of our free look stuff in, which is one of the things that we want to get done for early access. And it's not quite there yet, but it is there and working. So if you like auto run, for example, if you just hit auto run and then like hit caps, and then it'll do this weird zoom in thing, but we're getting rid of that. It's just getting the support to do so. And we're going to do some buffering, so you won't be able to look all the way around you. It's going to be your same peripheral vision. You're not going to be able to just be like, whoop, all the way behind.
You won't be able to do this?
Yeah, no. You won't be able to do that. Scream at the top of your lungs, your head just twist on your shoulders.
All right. There's a deer. Shoot the deer. Hold on. Hold on. Oops.
Oh, you've already discovered. Right now your recipes are persistent through death, so he didn't have to rediscover all this stuff. Here you go. You gotta make a... Yeah, you got it. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna backseat game. You got this, man.
Dude,
you got this.
I got this. Played this game before.
Real quick, guys. So I'm gonna start taking a look at questions on Twitter. So jump on over to hashtag H1Z1QA. We're gonna try to answer a few of those while Clay gets another bow. Because once again, we ain't doing no dev hacks today. Let's see here. There's already a bunch of tweets. H1Z1QA. Hold on.
Yeah, answer some questions, man. Come on.
I'm trying. I'm
gonna
get over here, man.
Try to be a good developer for once. God. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Silent weapons preferred over louder ones. Bow and arrow over gun. Will gunfire attract more zombies? Yes. I mean, it's preference, right? Depends on the person and what you want to use in situations. But yeah, bow will not attract zombies like a gun would. A gun has a lot further range. They'll be able to hear you a lot better, and they're going to be a lot more agitated by your presence if you're running around shooting guns. That was a question from Zazuzu on Twitter. And once again, hashtag H1Z1QA. I'm going to be trying to grab some questions from here. There's already some in, so I'm going to try to catch back up. Can players blend in with zombies to evade them or move? Some more work on butchers. The ground is really plain at the moment. Yes, it actually is something we're working on right now. Obviously, there's a fine line that we always have to walk when it comes to performance and what's going on, but we really want to make sure that we have our thick foliage.
Just call me Robin Hood from now on. All right?
Because you hit
Robin
a sign?
Hood. Yeah, dude. I hit a sign, a metal sign, and it's stuck into it. That's how strong I am. That's how strong I am. That's right.
I think. Will you be able to build walls around houses that are already in the games, or do you have to start from scratch? So, something we talked about before in a 12-hour live stream we did, where we went to you guys, said what feature would you like to be implemented, and you guys said barricade. So you can actually barricade in homes that already exist. They're socketed to be able to put things up there.
Robin Hood,
bro.
Okay,
that's right. And arrows don't stick in everything. They, depending on the material, they can actually penetrate objects and stick out the other side and do stuff like that as well.
I've had, like, I think since arrows have gone in the game, I think every single person on the team has somehow said flame arrows.
Yeah, flame arrows. So we are working on different arrow types. It's not at the top of our list right now, but it is something that we want to get done. Right now, we want to keep moving forward with filling niches of weapon types. Top of his list. But yeah, we actually are now able to do it. It's just a matter of getting full support for the animation and stuff. Did you hit it?
No, it like dodged away.
They do that, man.
I gotta aim
you gotta hit higher. You gotta aim higher than that, man.
Higher and higher. No. Uh-oh, this is gonna be tough.
You're way too low.
Got it.
Nailed it. All right, let's jump back to the questions here. And once again, guys, I'm not going to be grabbing them from chat, mostly because it moves a little too quick to grab those. Will you be able to parry melee attacks? Right now, no. That is something that we've discussed, but probably not. I mean, I'll be honest, because, once again, by having to handle all that stuff on the server, it wouldn't be the most optimal gameplay, right? I mean, like, if we had, like, 10 on 10 people, sure, but realistically, it wouldn't be much fun. I promise you that.
Getting darker.
You know, I say that, and now one of our guys has just been challenged, and he is going to make it happen. Because that's usually the way things work. Yeah, no, we give it a shot, and then like it just ends up being the best thing ever.
There's a tree in this house. Write it down. Gotta fix that.
Actually,
there's actually nothing in this barn house thing.
Will there be better bows? We will have a crossbow in the game. It's actually something we talked about on Reddit. A lot of people were asking about that. It's something that is going through the art pipeline right now. I think it's just about through the modeling phase and everything else. It'll need some other work before we can actually shoot it and put it in game. It needs certain things like a muzzle attached to it where you can shoot a bolt from the crossbow and make sure that it animates properly and all that.
Is any of that in right now?
What, for the crossbow?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
But I want early access, dude.
Can you cut down power lines with an axe like you cut down the trees? No, you cannot. Will you be able to? I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
Probably not.
They're really good landmarks right now.
That's the thing, is some things do need to have some major persistence, so you can have familiar areas because of the landmarks there.
I'm going to go to church.
All right, so William Bolin. William Ballin.
William Ballin. That's a better
name.
You should change your name. You should change your name to Ballin.
It's Bolin. Asks, how big of a map are you guys shooting for, and how many players are you looking to fit in one server? We're starting off with 64 square kilometers, and it's all going to be utilized. It's not like there's going to be hot spots in the map where everyone's going to be going to. We really want to make sure that there's a reason to go everywhere on the map, and then from there we're growing outward, and it's not a zoning thing. You're going to keep walking through the world as we grow it, and we keep expanding, and your world's going to get bigger and bigger, and as it gets bigger, we're going to have more players.
It's a circle of life. Somebody changed the time of day, so it's not nighttime anymore. So even though we didn't do a dev hack, someone on the server did. So this is actually can't be opened right now because there's no door interaction. But since Jimmy's not looking,
are you dev hacking?
No,
oh my god!
No, I did not. I totally did not do that, dude. You will be able to go in here and
do something no other zombie game has done with archery. Arrow plus zombie equal unusable for hunting food. Oh, I see what you're saying. So if you stab a zombie with an arrow and then you shoot the arrow again, you shouldn't eat whatever you killed with it because it's infected now? Is that what you're saying? Hum. And then can you move on to infect other people with that arrow?
Oh, there's ammo.
Well,
Where's my gun?
Those are 45 rounds,
those are 45 rounds. You're right.
I mean, still good to have.
Still good to have. You know, because if you want ammo, you go into a church.
Also, another question popping up. Can you be a female character? Currently, no. We will be having female character.
Able to.
We rolled forward with the male character.
Oh.
Because it was it. Are you
like
serious?
I'm playing Resident Evil. Thank you. Dude, I just have good luck, all right?
Is that a box of ammo or is that just a bullet? Because right now they're the same icon.
Please don't do this to me. Come on.
All right.
Sorry,
so click. You gotta hover over it. Brohan. Yeah, it's a box. So you gotta drop something else out of your inventory. Don't use it, don't use it. Drop something else out of your inventory, otherwise it's gonna drop it on the floor. Yeah, drop it. Alright, now right click use. And actually it's gonna give you a lot of ammo, so you might need to free up a yes, he dropped it on the ground. So boxes of ammo right now in the game are you can pick up individual bullets that are like scattered, or you can pick up boxes. Boxes contain 2 stacks. So there's a reason to not just unbox it right away.
Dude, jackpot.
Oh, and you also have the.
Dude, this never happens to me on playtest.
This is the building that you're actually not supposed to be able to get into as well.
Yes.
Oh my god. See, that's why it is. Someone placed that in there for themselves, probably. It's like they'll never guess.
Actually, you are able to get in here, but the interaction on the door.
Yeah, rounds is
the interaction on the door just doesn't.
I actually we just got the new ammo system in. Who is
buddy?
it? Who is it?
I don't care.
Oh my god. Why,
Get
dude?
wrecked, dude. I'm tired of dying on this stream.
To be fair, he did box you to death earlier. All right,
so revenge of Clegg.
Let's jump back to the chat real quick.
I guess I gotta loot his corpse.
I'm gonna chat over to Twitter.
Nope, no backpack. No, nothing.
So how hard is it to find a gun, and can you craft one? You cannot craft guns in our game. At least not for the moment. You'll be able to ever craft a gun like a 1911 or a AR-15. Like, you can't craft a stamped, like, manufactured weapon. You'll maybe be able to make something like an improvised shotgun, we'll see, but really right now we want to stick with bows, crossbows, which probably crossbow you have to find in the world. I'm not going to be crafting that. But you craft a bow, you can craft spears, spears can be thrown, and things like that that kind of help you get along further in the world.
Jeez.
Why are you wasting all of your ammo on a deer?
Because I can. That's right. Tom said, you win this time.
Are weapons balanced, or are there better weapons than others? There are better weapons than others. That is just the way it'll be. As you run around the world, you might find that you prefer one over another just because it flat out does more damage, more bullets down range, and more accurate. I mean, that's the way of the world. I mean, if you're going to go up against someone that has a AR-15 at 100 yards with a 1911, sorry, even up close range, you've got 7 bullets, he's going to have 30. So there's a pretty big difference between the two. Why do you start with a backpack? Oh, that's actually a good question. So Terabit asks, why do you start with a backpack, but yet you don't have one of the slots? So when we make these characters, there's kind of a process, there's a process we use, and it's putting every little bit on the character that we're starting with, and then we pull that backpack off the character. It's hard modeled on there right now. We also just, I think, got online the character without it, so it'll be an attachment later on. Right now, that's just us making sure everything works and looks good in game. That is why that is the case. Once again, guys, hashtag H1Z1QA. What?
Had I had a backpack, it would look like that.
Yes, it would look like that. What are the benefits? Well, what benefits would there be to not KOS every single stranger you meet? So right now, there's not a lot of people on the server, but the more people that show up, the more noise is being made, the more zombies there are in the world. So, nice shot.
Into the dirt.
That recoil, though, man. You're compensating. Not very well, I say.
Dude, I watch YouTube streams. I know how to compensate recoil.
But the more zombies are in the world. So if you're running around making a bunch of noise, you are going to be attracting zombies, and yeah, dead bodies are going to attract zombies. There's a lot of things that attract zombies, and the more chaos you cause, the more trouble you're going to run into.
Can I show my favorite bug in the game?
What is it? Oh, please. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess.
Come on. Unless it's fixed. If it's fixed, then
I'm going to laugh when they fix it. You're just sitting here punching a car for no reason. That's a bug.
That's how we do it in my neighborhood.
We'll fix that ASAP.
That is currently my favorite bug in the game.
Can you hear voice chat when dead? Yes. As long as you are in that location, you can hear what other people are saying.
Right, let me get the bow out again. With no arrows.
Yes, there will be more than one character model. Actually, I think our character lead said it best. Everyone you see in line at Starbucks. I think was his line. And
so this is a good way to figure out where you are. So Route 14, if I can't see it now.
Route 14 North, bro.
So Route 14 North. Route 14 goes along the north and the south and the east and the west, very bottom of the map. So when you spawn in the game, you'll be able to look at one of these signs and figure out where you are relatively quickly. And you'll be able to like find your friends and stuff like that from there. If you're on Route 14 North and they're like, oh, I'm on Route 14 South. They're like, all right, well, you know, where are you? Let's run to each other, you know, or if they're like, oh, I'm on Route 14 West, then you guys know that you're pretty far away from each other. And stuff like that. We're also been talking about spawning friends in, freshly spawned characters that are friends in relatively close to each other, but if they've been playing for a while already, then you can't just spawn right next to your friend for obvious exploitations.
All right, so real quick, Hybrid Twin on Twitter asks, how accurate is the damage on the body? Are critical hits or headshots random? No, there's no random to it. If you hit where you hit, and it will cause damage based on that. So if you hit someone in the head, you're going to kill them. At least for now, there's nothing that protects you from that. I'm sure we'll end up with like Kevlar helmet or something, kind of mess around with the way that we do the detection on the head. But yeah, no, I mean, if you shoot someone in the head, expect to kill them. If you shoot them in the legs, expect to do less damage than you would for the chest. What other questions we got coming in here? Got a bunch of them. I keep looking over.
It's nighttime again already. Somebody keeps messing with the time of day. I think Tom just wants to hunt me now that it's night.
So the elder one, this is something I'm just gonna say right now. Silas Rogue asked a question that I'm seeing a lot in chat, and I've seen a lot on Twitter and on Reddit. All day I get tweeted about this, and I'm gonna just go ahead and just address this one. Silas Rogue says, "I'm ready to pay for this as is. Why can I not pay and get into early access instead of waiting for the late access it will be?" All right, so here's our whole thing on it, and Clegg actually explained it best.
I'm totally not cheating, dude.
He's not cheating. Anyway, he's not even paying attention to me. So the biggest thing is, guys, there are features that we want to make sure are fleshed out and in the game so you guys get a good picture of where we're going with the game. We want to be proud of where we are as an alpha game going to you guys. I mean, it's a paid alpha. We want to make sure you guys get features that make sense, that work with each other, and we're not quite there yet. We're getting closer every day. We're working on this stuff. That's where you were earlier.
Yeah, I wanted to get
oh, durability, by the way, it's in. It's still being tweaked, but you can see right there on the bar on the pistol, he's getting very low. The more you shoot that gun, the more damage you're going to do to it. I think it's a little too high right now, but you'll have the ability to repair those things. And when something breaks in your hands, it's going to give you a broken item that can be used to make other things. Does that make sense? Hope that made sense. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's exactly why we're not out just yet.
I wanted to get my scrap of cloth so I could craft a torch.
Nicholas Farrow asks, Watson013 on Twitter, will there be different ammo types, armor piercing, incendiary, hollow points? We're actually talking about that this morning. It is something that we're going to do. It's how we're going to do it as far as like the back end side is what's being worked out right now. And obviously that's something that's pretty important to me as I typically am working on combat. And I'm not sure how far we're going to go with the ammo types, like FMJ, hollow point, incendiary. We'll see. Obviously, not all of them will be available for every weapon. We also, by making that system, gives us the ability to do arrows, fire arrows, poison arrows, or whatever we want to do on that end. The logistics of that is being worked out right now, so expect that later on. Are there backpacks that are bigger or better, or just the ones shown in stream? There are backpacks of different sizes in the game. You can craft a backpack, actually. It's a satchel and it's not as big as the ones you can find in the world. And they right now vary anywhere from what, like 16 slots all the way up to 32, I believe. There may even be one that's like 10. Can you bite other players? That's from Matthew P. No, you cannot.
But I want to bite another player.
Can you ask? Okay, so Louis Ramirez says, "Can you ask Clegg to go to the neighborhood he worked on?"
Yeah, I could, I guess.
Oh, by the way, so something else you're showing here is how bad you are at comboing.
No, it's something happened to it.
Oh, it's just because you're chopping a tree here.
Yeah.
So if you go like fight zombies or other people, you saw it earlier. So it's set up in a sequence. So when you're boxing in particular, so you throw a right cross, and after that right cross, if you miss your combo, you're gonna throw another right cross. If you hit within the proper windows, you throw a right cross, and then you'll go into a left, and from there, there's an uppercut, there's jabs. So there is a strategy to it, especially if you see that someone's on a combo roll, it will do more damage. You can back away and cause them to miss their combo, and then get your own in. So we're very aware of like the jousting matches that can happen in multiplayer melee games, and we don't want to, have that happen all the time. Sure, it's viable, you could do it, but really, if you're great with your movement and good with your combos and you pay a lot of attention to the way you're hitting, you can be a better melee player than other people. We want to make sure that there is some decision making to those fights. It looks like he's going to run on over there real quick. So much for the no dev hacks.
Dude.
If something breaks in your hands, will you get a wound or something along those lines? No. Now, it would be fun for guns if they like misfired and hurt yourself, but who knows? Like, that's just a thing that came off the top of my head. That's not like a feature we're planning on. Give you a reason to make sure that your guns are repaired outside of just losing them. I would say the equivalent of cleaning rifles is repair kits for guns to make those things work for longer amounts of time. That was a question from, who was that? From Daniel Kurz.
Wow. It's foggy. So as you guys can see, the weather changes drastically from day to day. Like, we've seen a plethora of different types of, like, sunny day, foggy day, rainy day, overcast. And every time the sun sets and comes back up again, the server decides what kind of day it's going to be. So, same with night. It could be a really well moonlit night. It could be a super dark night, which is what you just saw.
So on that topic, actually, Archangel asked, can you cheat at nighttime by turning up your gamma? Actually, he says gamma, but I think he means gamma. And brightness to Mac in-game settings. I think what he's saying is, you're going to tab it up? I'm getting really blurry here. So I think what he's saying is, can you, when it's dark outside, you turn up your gamma brightness, I assume, because that's a big concern in a lot of people's minds. You can make it a little bit better, but because of the way we do certain things in our game, I won't just throw it out there, but a lot of it has to do with the fog. We'll start there. But there are some other things that happens at night that makes it very even turning up your gamma like crazy. Is this the area you worked on that you wanted to show everyone? That he asked
to. Yeah, I think they want to see this.
Okay,
this is
so
the thing that we showed in the game or on the stream in the work in progress stream, but this is just a smaller section of it. There was more over there that was built by Roel. That's all part of the same complex. I'll show that next. What were you saying, Jimmy? Keep on going.
I don't know. I was just reading through questions right now. Hiding. Okay, so DJ Fingas asks, will you be able to hide under beds or hide in closets? Hiding your name tag. Yeah, name tag only shows up when you're very, very close, like incredibly close, and you have to be looking directly at the guy. It doesn't just arbitrarily appear. So if you're under something and they're not like crouched looking at you, they've already found you anyway, yeah, you won't be seen. As far as what you can get under, to be determined. We're working on our iterations of prone right now, and we'll just have to kind of see what props it works with, what props we want it to work with. That's actually part of the can of worms going into prone, which is actually a lot of fun to figure out what's going to be cool and what would be bad to be able to get underneath.
I'm just breaking through people's backyards. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, man. Question: will cutting the tree down? Will the cutting down of trees compose of actual geometry rather than a texture overlay on the trees? So I think what he's asking is, if I hit the tree, will it take a chunk out of it? That is not currently in the plans, as far as I know. I'm getting messages right now.
You're fired.
From people in the office. Oh, it's sure. Our old friend Seamus Donahue is asking if he can join and play with us from the office.
So while I've been running around on this stream showing people the game, I've actually not been protecting myself from the elements or anything like that, and now I have no water or food or stamina.
Is that a good time? Are you saying it's a good time
and
to end?
I'm about to die.
So we've been going for about 50 minutes now. I am going to say, let's do one thing real quick. Wait, why is everyone asking third person? That just kind of came out of nowhere.
There it is.
There it is. The third person's is reals.
Let me go over to this place real quick so I can show you guys this other cool area. It's more built out.
Oh, cool. It's funny, like, these things just spring up out of nowhere. I mean, like, Clegg and all these guys are working pretty hard, and as I'm running through the world during the playtest, just testing the things I've been working on, you start noticing, hey, there's a neighborhood here. Holy crap, there's a small town here. Holy crap, there's an apartment freaking building.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. I was walking around, I was like, what is this thing?
So, we're building out a lot of cool things. Some of the things that we're going to do is we're going to do a, like, lakeside cabins along the lake that we have. We're going to do apartment complex area. We're going to do just a lot of stuff. A lot of things that you would expect to see in a suburban town.
For some reason, I thought you were about to say MLG.
America.
I don't know why. All right, let's do one thing. Let's say we've got about 5 minutes of gameplay. We'll talk a little bit with the viewers afterwards. But oh, you still have a gun. Headshot.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say we may or may not want to do some combat-y stuff. Grab a bow, do some fun things, run around.
Okay.
You have
I need to get rid of this ammo. Because, like, why can't I use my...
Shouldn't that stop sign be on the sidewalk? No.
What stop sign?
I don't know what he's talking about.
There are stop signs on the sidewalk.
You don't have to craft an RPG, Tormentuck. So I'm looking at chat a little bit right now. He asks, can he PvP? So this is an open world PvP game, guys. If you're just now tuning in, this is H1Z1. Adam Clegg and myself are game designers on this game at Sony Online Entertainment. And we're in a pre-alpha state right now. We'll be going to Steam Early Access. It will be a free-to-play game later on. We will not be touching the hardcore survival experience whatsoever. We're not going to run in here and you know, just sell a bunch of things that are going to make you better at the game, because we understand how important that is to players and how important it is to the experience. Like, we're fans of the genre. So I just want to get that out of the way. And also on top of that, did we really turn zombie damage back up?
Well, I was shooting my gun, and so I attracted a bunch of zombies, and then...
Hey, 4? Is that a bunch?
Well, for how many players are on this server, I guess.
Anyway, so what I was saying was...
there's only like 2 people on.
That's the shtick. You're going to be able to do whatever you want in the game. I mean, you don't have to craft. If you want to take things from other people instead of trying to just run through and chop down a tree and make all of it, you can absolutely do that. Clegg did it to me a couple days ago.
I'm back here.
Can you dig? Can you dig? Can you dig? I dig it.
Oh, I keep shooting too
He's
low.
asking if I dig it. I dig it. No, you can't dig. You're not going to be able to put holes in the ground.
I've lost him.
All right. Last thing, guys. Hashtag H1Z1QA. You're out of arrows. Hashtag H1Z1QA. I'm going to grab the last few questions from there, and we are going to end it here because we need to get back to work, get some things done, so we continue working forward towards early access. This thing all you guys keep asking about. Clegg doesn't actually work. He just eats all day. I'm just kidding. He works sometimes. But guys, once again, my name's Jimmy Wizenhunt. You can follow me on Twitter at JimmyWiz. I'm one of the designers on the project, typically dealing with combat and stuff. I do some of the balance for characters as well. So if you have any of those type of things, tweet at me. Clegg.
Right here. Everything Jimmy just said right there.
Yeah, ask him all the combat questions.
I work on level design and world design. Same thing, I guess. And I'm helping build out the world. So
all right.
That's really fun.
Very, very cool. It got so quiet all of a sudden. That's kind of creepy.
I know, because I turned the game off.
That's so weird. What is
in
currently
this
holding
room
the
by
game back
ourselves.
from being released? So one more time, I'll just kind of explain
Quite a lot, actually.
maybe in a different way. Yeah, there's a few things. So I don't know right off the top of my head all the things, but there's a vertical slice that we're really shooting for, and